This is a review of the Core 9-person instant cabin tent. It's 14 feet by 9 feet, and it sets up with one person in under 4 minutes. So you can see here that I'm taking out the rainfly. I'm putting that aside. Everything comes packed in a pretty cool travel bag. It's very well made. It seems like it'll last for a long time. When you take the tent out, its total weight is about 25 pounds. So it's not the lightest. You'll probably want to do some car camping and not do backpack camping or anything crazy like that with this type of tent. The middle part is going to stick up, and then there's little arms that fold out. So you're going to want to fold out each one of those arms. You can see here that I saw that the back of the tent was facing forward, so I had to turn it around quickly. But each of those arms fold out, and you want to be very careful with those arms. Even though they're steel, they have joints that probably could bend if you force them in a way that they're not supposed to be moved. So I'm really careful about pulling those arms up but not forcing them out. You can see because it's a large tent, it is a little cumbersome for one person. Their supposed 30-second setup or 60-second setup, whatever it is, it has to be with 2 people. But I have no problem setting this up by myself. The poles just extend out and then they click, and you just keep going around. There are 6 different poles, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and then 1 on each side. And you can see that all the straps are attached. There's a mesh roof to allow a lot of airflow, plenty of windows to allow a lot of airflow. And you would have no problem putting this up in the dark or immediately when you get to your campsite. So that's it. Setup is done. At this point, you'll want to stake it down, make sure everything is the way you want it to be. If I was actually taking this camping, I'd put a tarp underneath the tent too to use as a footprint. I've taken this tent camping 2 times, and I haven't had any problems with rain or moisture getting into the tent. It seems to be fairly cool because it has lots of airflow. If you do suspect that it's going to rain, you're going to want to use the tent fly, just because you can see the whole roof is meshed, so you wouldn't want to be caught in a rainstorm without it. And again, this tent would be a lot quicker than it even is if you have 2 people. But it's perfectly done with 1 person. It does help that I'm tall. I'm 6'2", so I can reach up to the top and kind of maneuver this rainfly. But I would, again, suspect that if you have a tent this big, you'll probably have at least 2 people staying in it. But all of this can be done with 1 person. The tent is tall. I have enough headroom in it. In the very center, I can stand completely upright. As I get towards the edges, I have to kind of duck a little bit. But when I want to stand up, I can stand up just fine right along the center of it. So you can see here the rainfly takes an additional couple of minutes here just because it does have clips that clip to each one of those poles. And you can see here it's thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, if you're looking to buy a tent to go camping or just even to set up something nice in your backyard since you can't go anywhere to pretend camp, I really recommend that you check out the CAMPROS tents. They are super simple to set up with color-coded poles that you just poke across some slots in the tent. And it's so easy to pop it up and set it up that I did one myself for 8 people. And it didn't take long at all. And I'm going to walk you through that process right now. Here's a preview of the inside. Very spacious. Look at this thing. Wow, it's spacious. Windows on both sides and the fronts next to the doors. And if it's not raining, you're expecting good weather, you can leave the top cover off, the rain cover. But I'm going to put it on, so this is what it looks like. All right, guys, I have the tent assembled. I'm inside. This is what it looks like. It's massive. I'm on one end of the tent right now. I'm not even all the way at the end, but this is what it looks like. I was going to put up this privacy tent right there, privacy cloth right there, but I want to show you how big and roomy this is. An adult can definitely stand up towards the middle of this. Not so much at the ends. Children definitely can, but this can fit 8 adults. I mean, look how spacious this is. I don't think there would be any problem. There are windows right there. 4 windows. And then there's the zippered front. I gotta fix this front lip right here and move it a little higher. I was supposed to loop it through here, so I realized my mistake right there. So that black wire for the front loops in right here, and this is how you know this is the front. This side has this cloth right there to kind of silo this tent into different sections for a little bit of privacy on one end. You can probably project some movies onto this if you have a little projector, and you can see that one side is shorter than the other lengthwise, so that's how you know which side goes up versus down. I didn't lock down the lower right corner so that I can go in and show you like this little partition right here. You can see there's nice zippered pouches right there for you to store your stuff, and there, you know, window right here. This is like a small little condo unit. There's another zipper pouch right there, so very nice. There's a hook in the middle here if you want to hook up a lantern or a fan or something like that. You can do that right here, and sturdy enough for sure. One of the things that I love about this tent is how easy it is to set up. I did it myself with no help at all, and it didn't take that much time. I love the size of the tent. I love that it has multiple windows. It has a partition inside so that there's some privacy in case the adults want a little privacy while the kids play on the other side. And you can stand up in the middle of it. And it's pretty secure once you anchor everything down. Like there's metal pin round circles that you can anchor down with some metal stakes, but there are also ropes that you can also additionally anchor down as well for the rain top. And it looks great. It's super simple to use. My kids can go in and out with the zipper, no problem at all. And it's just a great overall tent and a great value for the price as well. So hopefully you have found this helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Today we are going to review the Wenzel Klondike 8-person tent. Here we go. Pretty easy to set up, took about 35 minutes. I would say it's very sturdy. It's not a very windy day today, it's gorgeous. But so far, all the elements I love. The main cabin is big, really big. I am 5 feet 11 inches, so just to give you an idea, it's tall. Definitely good enough space for someone over 6 feet to stand in the main space comfortably, which was my main prerogative. I didn't want to be crawling, you know, on my knees too much, like trying to change and things like that. So that was my main idea. And then the other awesome part of this is the front porch, which was something I was looking for in a tent. I was not sure, and I was concerned if I could front porch or not. I cannot, but honestly, that's okay. I knew that the inside had so much space. This was really all I needed in terms of like standing room. This is just such an added bonus. I think you could probably fit more than 4 chairs in here. This would be somewhere you would spend time if it was raining out. So we would put the fly on, still have a place to kind of sit that's kind of outdoors, it's not inside your tent. That's what I would definitely use this for. Clothes on the top, but the outside flap is probably, I don't know, 2 inches or 3 inches over it on the outside. So the chance of getting rain in is slim. And then I don't want to close this one because the view's too good, but it's a big window. The whole thing is practically a screen porch, including the inside. Privacy, you can stand up. I could close these windows, and I could do standing up. I mean, they just kind of see the top of my head. It doesn't take too much to hunch over to exit and enter. That was kind of like, you know, you have this amazing tall tent for tall people, but you don't want the entrance to be too small. It's not. Just stake down all the corners of the tent.
Okay, this is the Coleman 8-person tent. I got it set up here in my backyard. Okay, so I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is the inside of the tent. All of the windows are zipped up now. I just waterproofed it. But the tent has a pretty nice bit of space in it. When we go camping, we normally have a queen size. Looking at the size of this room, I think about half of the tent might encompass that queen size mattress, and we still have a whole half a side for our gear, maybe a small table, maybe a couple of chairs, something like that. This side of the tent here, panels open up where it'd be like a little screened in room, and then there's a section up here that you see we have it rolled up now. If we drop that down, it'll pretty much split the tent into 2 sides. So this side here, when these panels are down, the whole tent would be like a little screen room. Not the whole tent, just this half. And then this side here, that side would have our shower. It would have our queen size air mattress. And I don't know if you can see, there's like a little floor right there. That's kind of like the center point of the tent. So it's actually a decent sized tent. I don't know, maybe if you had Boy Scouts or something, small children, you probably can get 6, 7 of them in here, maybe with backpack. But for us adults, probably just 2 adults, me, my wife, might have room maybe for 1 more. Like the granddaughter, maybe grandson. It's a pretty decent tent. So it's supposed to rain tonight. So I waterproofed all on the outside of this, top, all along the side. So after tonight, we'll come in and we'll see if the tent leaked at all. So this is the day after the rain that I was telling you all about last night. We did get what everybody here on our campsite is describing as light to moderate rain. And then we got a wave of rain last night that was that came down pretty heavy, and it was pretty consistent last night. The wind was blowing. This tent did pretty good. So that is this will probably conclude my review on the Coleman 8-person instant tent. And by the way, when we got here, it did take us about a good minute and a half, I'll say, to set it up. It was my wife's first time helping me set it up, so it took us a little longer, but with I am satisfied with this tent.
Today I am reviewing the core equipment, 16 foot by 9 foot, sleeps 9 people. Here's the front with the zipper door here. Here's the inside. This thing is massive. I mean, this thing is completely just massive. It looks to be built really well. It's easy to put together. Doesn't take no time at all. I put it together by myself. Come inside here. You got some storage pocket there. And over here you got you another storage pocket. Up top here, you got a netting to where you can hang you a lantern. You can have some light on. So with the rain cover on, you still have some screens you can open up. Bottom here you got an air vent hole. You've always got constant airflow coming in to the tent if you have it completely sealed up. Well, I've seen a lot of tents that don't have that. Without the rain guard, you would have, that would be mesh where you could see through. Same with the top. All the way around would be completely mesh. You could see out, you know, and look at the stars or whatever. As you come out, take a quick walk around, and then down here below be that window I was talking about underneath the rain guard. I do have the rain guard on. It really only has a total of 4 poles. 2 real long ones, 2 shorter ones, actually 5, and it's got the one at the front, and then there's your air vent. And you come around, this thing is as tall as me. I'm 5'11", and I can stand straight up and not have to squat to be inside of this tent. So that just shows you how big it truly is. And then over here on one of the sides here, you've got an electrical port where you can run you an electrical cord. It's zippered off. You can put your cord in so you can run electric inside to the tent. So if you want to put a TV or something inside. But overall, this is a massive 9-person tent. If you're looking for a good quality tent, I highly recommend the core equipment 16 by 9 that sleeps 9. Like I said, very easy to put together. I did it all on my own. So, but I hope this kind of helps you, you know, with picking of your tent. And this is the other pole I was talking about. It's kind of got a little canopy, so you got air coming in with the rain guard on. So but that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.